You know what?
See this pen?
You know what? Here,
Did you say Robin
we're gonna
Williams?
start.
You see this pen?
Hey,
I'm gonna make it disappear. Ready?
he put it up his butthole.
Oh gosh. It just sounds so dorky.
So Tyler. No, that was stupid. You wanted to talk about us, how we met, right?
Oh, we're just jumping right in.
We're jumping right in.
Okay.
No, this is the cold open. We're not doing. I'm taking it away from you. You're losing the power.
Oh,
The power belongs to me now.
Eric already stole it. I wasn't gonna do it.
That's true. This is the cold open.
I have been told by other friends that I've been on one lately, so I was gonna try to behave myself for once. So you're welcome.
Thanks.
So Erica did it for me, so I didn't have to.
Gingers work together.
Yep. We read our minds telepathically. It's very scary what she says of you, but it's fine.
Well, I mean,
The love's there.
yeah.
Behind all the
You gotta like what
other
you like.
stuff, there's quite a few curtains like Wizard of Oz. Anyway,
Anyways, you want to talk about how we met each other?
yeah, so it started in September of 1997.
Wow.
That's when I was bored.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I was 6 then.
And then 17 years later, I moved to little Detroit.
Was it really?
I was 17 when I moved up here. No,
No, you weren't driving yet, dude.
I was 16 then. I didn't get my license till I was 18 because I was terrified of driving.
Well,
I was in a car accident and kind of did me in.
well, so was Erica. So, you know, two of many, but, hey,
It
The others were fender benders. Those actually were catastrophic.
It explains so much.
I appreciate you leaning closer to the mic, but your mouth is still nowhere near pointed to the mic. There you go.
Those two were catastrophic.
They
Fatal,
were.
one of them. The others were fender benders. You can't compare those.
It's true. One of them was fatal. Not to her, but somebody
So,
else. Do you remember how we met?
it was in youth group.
Almost.
That's the first time I met.
Kind of. Well,
was
that
it
was like
kind
when
of?
we, I guess, met, but
I didn't talk to you. The only person I talked to was Jared.
yeah.
He was like, hey, come hang out with me. I was like, okay, I don't know you, stranger, but
Strange adult man, I'll come hang out with you. Well, and then what did me, the strange adult man, how did we officially meet?
oh, you mean how we actually started talking to each other?
Yep.
It's even weirder than Jared saying, come sit next to me.
I know.
It was still on a Wednesday. It was
Yeah.
still youth group.
Yep.
And you just said, hey, Tyler, I don't even think we spoke to each other once before that.
Probably not. This is how I used to meet people.
You said, hey, Tyler, you want to come check out the subs in my Jeep?
Yeah.
I was like, sure. So I just got into your car, a complete stranger.
Yep.
I mean, I knew of you, but we were not friends. Like,
Right.
and I sat in your car and you played your subs. And my mom comes storming out of the building. Like, what the heck? The windows are rattling. I don't remember what they were trying to do.
Yeah. I mean,
How old were you?
me?
He was 17. How old were you?
If he was 17, then I was 23. No. Can't be.
You're 30.
One.
I'm
Yeah.
25.
Okay. Mathin, 23.
Proud of you.
Yep.
You got there eventually.
You were right. And listen, I've had a migraine all day, but
I always forget that that's the first time we ever talked
Yeah.
to each other. And then we went Hocking Hills. Well, no, Gatlinburg.
yeah. Yep.
We went to Gatlinburg. I actually have a photo of us from that trip. Of us in the car. You have your beanie pulled down over your face because you were trying to sleep, even though it's only a 2-hour drive.
2 hours.
It might have been 3, 4, 5.
Gatlinburg is multiple states away.
Pause.
I'm thinking from.
It is. She is saying 8 hours.
But I'm thinking, yeah.
Like,
Why do we keep pausing?
why do you keep saying pause?
I'm finding out how long it is.
You don't have to say the word pause.
I say that to my kids. Sorry, it's habit. 7 hours.
Okay,
7
whatever.
hours.
Sorry, I made a mistake. I'm thinking about my drive back home.
Hocking Hills is 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm thinking about my drive back to where I grew up. so we took a trip out to Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
That's where we really got to know each other.
I mean, that place was awesome.
It was like, what, 6 dudes all in the same bunk bed?
All in the same single bed.
Yeah. No, it was a bunk bed.
The single of the bunk.
No, we were at the top of it.
Right. But when you say in a bunk bed, 6 dudes means 3 on
we
bottom,
were in
3 on
single
top.
bunk on the very top.
Yeah.
I don't know how that thing held us. To be
I have no idea.
honest, though, those bunk beds were queen size. Or were they full?
I think they were
You could fit
fulls.
2 people because
Yeah.
I ended up spooning another dude that night, unexpectedly.
Ooh.
But yeah, because I'm pretty sure, they were full size. So I think they're pretty big bunk beds.
Yeah.
And we all decided, hey, and then we added a dude that wasn't in our group.
Yep, just some guy.
To that bunk.
Some just
We don't
look
know
around.
him. He's just a stranger.
Yep. He was just watching us and we invited him up.
But we didn't start hanging out until you started doing media, right? Is that when you started doing media at the church?
Probably.
Is when we officially
I couldn't tell you.
met or hung out?
I couldn't tell you, dude. I
Filming a bunch of stupid skits.
We did.
Kidnapped a 4-year-old.
Was he 4 at that time?
Do skits with us. We didn't kidnap him. He's my brother.
No, he would have been 5.
Was it 5?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He
but
played a cop pulling Jared and I over.
Yep.
Dragged his little stool across the ground.
Hey, I'm proud of that video.
And then we just went through and...
Didn't we end up running over somebody's camera bag?
I don't think so.
I could have sworn we did. All right.
I don't remember that. Maybe you did that.
Probably.
We filmed a lot of dumb videos.
We did.
For church at that time. And then we started making YouTube content together.
Eventually.
Most of my life was spent at your church during those times, or at your house during those times.
I was like,
I know, I messed it up.
yeah.
I would come over before work
Yep.
and then leave for work, even though there's like a 40-minute drive between there.
I know. You drove in the opposite direction of your work to come to
I
my
lived
house.
5 minutes away
Yep.
from my work.
You're like, all right, leaving for work. It's 7 hours early.
I'd
Yep.
come, we'd record a video that wouldn't get posted half the time, and then I'd drive back to work.
It's true. Yeah, back then I would really, I still do it with my own personal channel. I record stuff and I never post it.
Yeah, your channel's dead now.
It's not dead.
You
It's
haven't
just,
uploaded in 6 months. That's a lie. It's been like 3 months.
I was like, has it? No, yeah, it's been about.
It's been a while.
Well, since we started this, I uploaded a video shortly before we started this. But to be fair, I also moved all my equipment over here, or most of my equipment.
But you also started the AI stuff. You said, "Oh, I'll continue the AI," and then you never continued the AI.
Yeah, I did the AI, but then I got shadow banned,
Oh,
which was pretty annoying. And I realized why. And the reason why I got shadow banned is because in one of the posts I used the word Holocaust.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it doesn't exist anymore, but apparently, according to the world, the word Holocaust only applies to one specific day, or not day, but time period and event.
But that doesn't even exist anymore. They're trying to wipe that out of history.
Yeah, they
books.
are.
Anyway, so, and now here we are.
Here we are.
You didn't like me for a time period. Oh, guess who messaged me the other day?
Who?
Your favorite person, Ronnie. He messaged me the other day.
What did Ronnie
He said, "Hey man, what's your podcast about?" And I said, "Well, if you ask my partner, it's a comedy podcast."
It is a
I
comedy
say otherwise.
Listen.
He said, "Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. All my other podcasts are done now." And I looked at Rachel. I said, "We didn't say nothing bad about Ronnie, did we?" I said, "I don't think we did. Dan might have." I said, "I don't remember me saying anything bad about him."
So
I freaked out for a second. I was like, I don't want him to think I don't like him. Like,
So does that mean that this all has to get cut out now?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Hi, Ronnie.
I don't even know if he watches. He just said he was going to check us out.
Yeah.
What kind of podcast do you think it is?
You've
said comedy,
you've
right?
said this so many times. You can't classify it as a variety podcast, even though it is variety content.
Because that was my answer, was variety.
How do you label? How do you label something a comedy podcast when comedy is not the main focus? Most of our episodes are very serious and not very comedic.
Listen,
Just because we laugh we don't know if we're making other people laugh.
I want us to be more focused in on the comedy. I'd like to laser focus in. Anytime we're talking about even a serious topic, we should come at it from a comedic angle. That's one.
Not when you talked about what's her face.
Casey Anthony?
There's no comedic part of that.
Oh, yes, there is.
Her life's just the joke.
No.
Her story's
you trust me. Comedians can make funny out of anything. But anyways, that's fine. We can find a new classification, but I promise you that the word variety is not it. You can never with podcasting, especially.
I think what we should do is we should just make our.
I think a lot of this is going to get cut out, by the way.
Then I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Never mind.
No, I want you to say it.
Okay, so
I want you to say it.
Ronnie said.
No, say
he's
it.
going to check us out.
Say it.
I think because every time we go to a new subject that's not comedy related, we have to add it to it. So comedy, serious, horror, vulgar. Like just keep adding to the list.
If they let you pile up all that. Yeah. No, if you could pile all that up, that would be perfect.
But anyway,
so
yeah, Ronnie said, and I thought that was ironic. I was like, I don't have to tell Dan about that. But yeah, so because that was the time where you were just like, I don't like that Ronnie kid. Tyler talks to him more. Meh.
Yep, that's the exact quote, I think. Oh, mer.
So, what is a highlight for you in our decade-long relationship? Well, 9 years. It'll be a decade this year.
Well, us getting famous in China, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty sick.
That was cool.
We never actually talked about it on the podcast.
No.
Yet.
And then also I really enjoyed the Two Morons taste test.
I mean, it scarred me from ever eating your pantry again.
Who took my phone off airplane mode?
Not me.
Probably me. I'm guessing it was me. Yeah, so yeah, probably those two things. What about you? Oh, that one time where we shared a kiss.
Jeez. No, for me it was the Two Morons. I feel I'm so mad.
I'm sorry, I just made myself laugh that hard. But anyways, go on.
I think the Two Morons thing was, I don't know, we've done a lot and I don't really know we've done a lot of stupid stuff.
We have.
It's hard to put a pin in it, like figure out what exactly. The Two Morons, I think, is the hardest I've ever laughed.
Now this one, we're not going to use it the way we're supposed to, because I tried just putting a bunch of this in the oven. It just came out hot, and it wasn't that good.
I'm not left-handed. Why do I keep using my left hand? Well, just add to the best.
So, boink.
Boink.
Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
I watch that video periodically when I show it to people, and I still laugh as hard as I did while watching that video.
Listen, I don't even know why I had so many of those things. From instant potatoes, mashed potatoes. Was that what we found the maggot in?
That was the mealworm. The mealworm.
That's right. Not maggot.
What I find funny is that entire video was just off a whim. Like that wasn't skit. That was not planned. You're just like, I want to do a stupid food taste test. And I was like, okay. We literally did the all improv.
Yeah.
There was no skit. There was no like. We did one take of the whole thing.
Yep.
It was so funny.
And just imagine now with the technology and wherewithal, we could make a similar video, but 10,000 times better.
Yeah, we were recording on a Google Pixel using a ring light that I'm pretty sure you were like duct taping the phone to. I don't remember if you had a.
It was
and you ordered
a very janky setup.
You ordered some super cheap microphone from Amazon that broke the day we were using it, and we had to use the phone audio.
Yep. It was really, really horrible.
And that video still holds up today. It's still one of the more popular
great
ones.
Video.
That was fun.
So yeah, those would be my two.
We've known each other for a while.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to this category topic. Let's iron this out right now.
Do my lips look like a butthole?
Yep. Prettiest butthole I've ever seen.
Oh,
okay.
jeez.
So every person who has run a successful podcast or anything like that, they'll tell you you have to have a niche. You can't be a variety because too many people try to be variety podcasts. And the problem is, it would be like if McDonald's became a variety store. And you're very used to going to McDonald's and getting a hamburger, but now when you go, they just have staplers. And so, like, you don't go to McDonald's anymore because the last three times they had it was just hamburgers the one time. That was why you first started going. Then it was staplers.
I don't agree with that analogy. Because you can go to McDonald's 10 times in a row and get 10 different things.
This is
just like you can come to a podcast and hear 10 different things to listen to.
So this is episode 11.
10 different things that are all in the realm of fast food. Like, especially McDonald's style.
So we're the fast food podcast.
You don't go to McDonald's and get tacos.
Eat fast though, because it's dangerous.
We should or shouldn't?
Should not.
Oh, I mean, we are danger toast. So if it's dangerous, we should do
That's our niche. We're dangerous. And we've done nothing dangerous thus far. Let's go jump off the roof.
We hate hot soup fast.
Let's go jump off the roof.
That's the whitest, dangerous thing ever.
So PG, not even PG. That's
Your
G.
30s are showing.
We could have choked.
We stay up past 9 o'clock on a Wednesday.
That's right. On the regular. If you don't want to be classified as comedy anymore, we can change it.
I'm not saying that we're not.
Let's change it to.
I feel like you're putting us into a bubble where you're not allowed to come out of, or a box we're not allowed to come out of.
I agree.
Because if you say we're a comedy podcast, we always have to be funny.
But I like being funny. It's my go-to.
But
But we're not funny
we're
all the
not
time.
always funny.
You keep putting serious things in here.
Yeah, but
Like
we're not always
what?
funny.
Without bringing up Casey Anthony again.
Ghosts.
Superhero.
Ghosts can
True
be
crime now.
Ghosts are funny.
Oh, we're true crime now. That's our niche. Is true crime. True, but verge of not true crime.
We've been together too long.
Elevator music.
Elevator music back in. We don't have to say that, but it's funny.
I'll probably put that in there. Don't worry. Oh, I have a really good question for you. But in
I might have an
in
answer for you.
England, all right, in their parliament, there's always just fat guys who yell "here, here." That's all they say, literally
not
the
British.
entire time. What'd I say?
I said we're not British.
Oh, okay. Well,
So what's your question?
what is England?
Europe? What?
What?
What are you asking me?
Not where is what? What I want you to do. I'm gonna ask you these
England's a
questions.
country?
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna ask you these questions.
What?
You define what they are.
Okay, England's a country.
England is a country.
Okay.
What is London?
It's a city.
Okay, perfect. What is Britain? Or Great Britain?
That's the...
All right, we'll
So-
put that one on pause. What is the UK?
That's another country.
Nope. English people. People from Europe. Figure it out. I've been so mad since I learned about what those things are. Listen, I don't care if we have no English viewers, because you know what? They need to figure it out. They need to freaking learn how to live. So, as we established,
They say the same thing about Americans.
what's a state? Everybody knows what a state is. It is a province inside of the United States of America, which is a country. Boom.
But there's states in those other countries too. Like,
Correct. There are states in those other countries.
yeah.
Now, here is what Great Britain or Britain is. Now, sorry if I mix up, because one is one thing and one's slightly different. Britain is England. I believe it's Wales. The northern part of, no. England, Britain, or England, Wales, and Scotland. That makes Great Britain. Okay? England, Scotland, and Wales.
It's Britain.
Britannia. Anyways, that makes up Great Britain. The UK is England, Wales, Scotland, and the northern part of Ireland.
But what are those considered then?
They're all countries, part of Great Britain and the UK. The only difference between the UK and Great Britain is that the UK includes the northern part of Ireland. That's it.
That is correct.
Yeah, I did my research. Because you know why? Because it's been running through my head, trying to figure out why I'm so dumb. And the reason I'm so dumb is because it's a dumb answer. It doesn't need to exist. The UK should not be a thing. Britain should not be a thing.
Ireland's trying to separate.
Ireland never wanted to be a part of it. They took it by force, just like Scotland.
I know, so they're trying to separate, which means United Kingdom would be null and void. It would just be Great Britain.
Oh, mate.
Sure, good. We don't need Great Britain either.
Listen, we almost talked like this before.
That's pretty
We
good.
almost had this accent before.
That's a pretty good like living kind of near Ireland accent.
Listen, I'm telling you, we almost had this accent before. Almost.
You're jumping into
I know.
Ireland a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
screw me over.
You remember my character David McShamus?
Oh, David McShamus.
David McShamus is coming
He's
to
coming back.
screw you right in the butthole, boy.
Okay. Go drink your pint and get out of here.
Oh.
You're throwing me off.
All right, so that's
My
that.
family's
But you realize we almost now as African. What did I just do?
Do you realize we almost talk like this, which is Russian?
I'm messing it up.
South will rise again, man.
The South rise again, man.
Jamaican.
But
But we almost stopped. I'm screwing it up as we speak.
now you're like Italian-ish.
It's a mamma mia.
Okay, so part of the accent thing is my buddy from Pakistan. He asked me to do a Pakistani accent, and it really bugged me because I couldn't do it at all. I'm like, I listen to Pakistani people talk all the time. How can I not just do their accent? But I realized, I still can't do it. It's more Armenian. I can do a pretty good Armenian, bro. But Pakistani is kind of like in the higher pitch, almost very Indian, but it's very different. And they always kind of end on the upper inflection, and everything kind of sounds like a question.
It's a little Latino.
It does. See, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Pakistani viewers. I can't do your accent. My bad. Guess
Everybody knows how to do an American accent, though.
No, it's weirdly true.
Although there's a lot of British there's a lot of British actors where if you listen close enough, there's certain things that they say that they still can't make American.
True.
And they still sound like their native tongue.
But they
Very
usually
true.
make fun of their go-to accents, either country or like LA.
If they're making fun
Well,
of people.
Yeah.
So they actually say that the Midwestern, which is, again, I hate that we're called Midwestern because we're not Midwestern.
Or American.
Well, no, I'm saying, so there's different, there's Western, Midwestern, Southern, and then Eastern. Really where we are in the United States.
Listen, I'm trying to keep up with that comedy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What we are in our part of the United States is Middle East. But the reason we don't say Middle East is because we don't want to be called the Middle East. So we just say Midwest, even though we're not in the Western hemisphere of the United States. and it bugs the crap out of me.
We're closer to the east than the west.
Exactly. But if you technically,
Anyway.
this is the Midwest.
West.
West.
We're the western.
But they say that the Mideast or Midwest accent is the most natural accent in the world, which is why most people first off, most people when they sing in at least English, they sound like they're from the Midwest.
Well,
and acting wise is easiest.
I've been traveling back down to Southern Ohio quite a bit here the last couple of times. And when I first moved up here, people were like, you kind of have an accent rather than the rest of us. Well, when I went down there, and I think it's just because I've lived up here so long and I haven't spent a lot of time down there other than like for the holidays.
Yeah.
My grandpa and he always takes me to breakfast. And so we went to breakfast, this little diner behind a shopping mart. And it's in the store, but it's like in the back, shoved in there somewhere.
Right.
So you watch the guys making your food. They're not wearing gloves, but you get what you get.
Yeah.
But all
It's always
these,
the best place.
But all these old dudes sound Southern. I'm sitting there like, wow, there really is an accent down here compared
Yep.
to up north.
Yep.
And I was telling Rachel, and Rachel's like, nah. I was like, but you also go down south more times than most people up here do.
Right.
That's the thing. But
Your mom already knew from the first conversation that I was from the South. And I'm like,
Right.
what?
where are you from?
Virginia.
Oh, well, yeah, that is south.
He's talking about
That's-
Southern Ohio.
Yeah, I'm talking about Southern Ohio.
Yeah, there's an accent. You know how there's an
What I'm
accent
saying is,
difference?
I didn't realize I even had an accent.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Southern twang.
It's suppressed.
So, yeah, it's really weird how, depending on what part of the state you're in, determines what accent you have. Because, you know, the UP, they all talk with a very Minnesota-y and Canadian-style accent. Middle of Michigan, they have, depending on where you're at, they have a more Southern accent, but it's like a specific Michigan Southern. And then here, we just have your standard Middle East accent.
Middle East,
Yep.
Western.
But yeah, and then you go to South Ohio, and it's real Southern.
You have Canadian inflections, though. We've already went over this.
Yeah, she thinks I sound Canadian all the
He
time.
goes both.
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 It's
Both.
both. But you always, but
Both.
but
Both.
when you're not thinking of it, you go both.
Both.
And I'm like, okay.
I don't know what you're
All right.
okay. I don't know what you're on about, but
Hey, just every now and then.
I think
Usually
you be
with that
watching
vowel.
too much Letterkenny now.
oh, there's no such thing as too much Letterkenny.
Alrighty.
Figure it out.
You cast this spell. All right, you know what? We're gonna move into something. All right, guys. So we're gonna start something new. We did some skits in the past, and people thought they were funny. I thought they were
The
hilarious.
interview at GameStop.
Interviews at GameStop, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Karen.
And so we're gonna start doing more improv skit type dealios. Which, by the way, just throwing it out there, improv comedy is a category. But anyways, so
That's not what we do all the time.
we should.
Okay, then.
I would like that. Anyways, so we are going to. You know what?
See this pen?
You know what? Here,
Just pen down.
we're gonna
Williams?
start.
Do you see this pen?
Hey,
I'm going to make it disappear. Ready?
you put it up his butthole.
Oh, God.
Would you say Robin Williams is a comedian or an improv comedian?
He's both.
He's both.
He's more of an improv comedian.
But exactly, because
Yeah.
most of his funniness was improv, and he
Yeah.
started his career as an improv.
I mean, same with like Will Ferrell. He's an improv comedian.
Correct,
He's
yeah.
more of an improv actor.
First, I thought you said Will Smith. And I'm like, he's a comedian? Like,
No, he only smacks them. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up another podcast. One's gonna be us just talking about whatever we want. It's gonna
Listen,
be
you
we're gonna
better-
switch the T and the D. It's gonna be Tanger Dosed.
you have a hard time getting this one figured out.
Bread burned.
I shouldn't be the one trying to figure this one out. We should.
We have given advice and
I'm
suggestions,
talking
and
about
you ignore
the
it.
edit. Ow.
That's what you get.
I'm talking about the editing. I'm talking about the editing. I'm talking
You know
about
what?
The
Hey,
editing.
you know what? I had a surgery.
Listen,
Why haven't we talked about that yet, huh?
because
that,
it's not funny. We're a comedy podcast.
It is funny. I almost died. I mean, not really, but
That's
I
so
saved his
funny.
life.
under the correct circumstances,
Who saved his life?
she saved my life, resuscitated me from.
If it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have gone to the hospital. And then, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
should have just left him there.
All right, so we're gonna start doing some skits. All right, we've had skits in mind, right? Like Interview with a Ghost, as well as some other stuff I have written down. But that's the number one that we've been wanting to do. We're not going to do Interview with a Ghost today. But what we are doing is we're using Chat GPT, which you guys might have heard of. It people have been using it to cheat their way through school and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, so we're not cold opening the improv section?
Why would we cold? We're all
Just jump into it. That's what you get.
Thanks. So we're going to start taking some advice from an AI to tell us what kind of skits we're going to do. Everything's going to be improv.
I'm already an AI.
But yeah, people think so. And you're an oil painting.
I am an oil painting.
But we're going to start doing improv skits just based off the suggestions from the AI. We're not going to lie. We're not going to lie. I'm including you in this. The suggestions are pretty good.
They're all right. No, just kidding. Yeah, they're pretty
All
good.
right. Well, do you want to start it?
Do we want to start it?
I don't know.
You should just do a cut into it.
We'll cut into it.
Okay. Hello, Donald Scuffbutt.
That's okay.
Scuff. How do you pronounce your last name?
Scrumblebum.
Scrumblebutt.
Scrumblebum.
Scrumblebum.
It's Norwegian. Scrumblebum.
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 Okay.
Yep. You got that then.
Write that down.
Yep.
What would you acronym that as?
Acronym?
Yeah.
How do you acronym a last name? What do you mean?
How do you like split it up so I can like?
Oh, Scrum, which is X is U K R I B M.
Scrumblebum. Scrumblebum. Got it.
It wasn't all of it, but sure.
You said M. I figured that was the
when
end.
you asked me how to when you asked me how to acronym that, did you mean how do I spell it?
No, do you know how like Google it'll like
Oh, you okay?
Cumberbatch.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Come
I'm sorry.
Chad or something like
Gotcha. Okay. So it's you do the little half circle.
that. I got it. We're good.
Okay,
I
you're good? You don't
deal
want
with
it?
no more. No.
Okay.
So,
Now you know how to spell it at least.
have you ever heard of GQ?
Yes.
This is not this.
Oh, okay. What is this?
Have you ever heard of Hot Ones?
Yeah.
This is also not this.
Good. I wasn't planning on eating today.
Do you know the name of my journal company?
You don't even know my name. You just sat down.
Oh, wait a second. You come and just let random people interview you?
Yeah, I'm used to it, dude.
This just proves that he's not an A-list actor.
Whoa, excuse me? Oh, excuse me. I'm the most A-list. I'm used to people coming up and just interviewing me. The most A-list.
We're interviewing you for a short film you did with Nicolas Cage because Nicolas Cage couldn't make it due to another short film he's recording.
Wait, you guys saw that?
Yeah.
That was only supposed to release in Norwegia.
But that's the only movie you've done.
No,
So how are you an A-list? You've done more.
I have. I've been in 3 commercials.
What commercials were those?
Have you heard of Downy?
Yes.
It's kind of like that, but it's for your toilets.
Interesting. Please
Yeah.
explain.
Okay, so in the commercial, I was, and this really, again, in Norwegia, popped off, okay? And so what you do is you take these Downy-like paper towels, but they're called toilet towels, and you lay them inside your toilet and bunch a whole bunch up in the center of your toilet and just keep flushing it. And it cleans it right up.
I think The Rock was selling something like that. I
Yeah,
believe
yeah, he
you.
was.
Okay.
And he endorsed it, actually. He came on and said, this guy knows what he's doing.
So, do you know
high-fived.
why you're here today?
Again, I'm just eating breakfast and you just came and sat down. You still haven't told me what your company is.
Listen, your back door was unlocked. You don't need to know that, sir.
I mean, I leave it unlocked for situations like these.
No, you don't need.
Any guy who wants to come in my back door, come on in.
So, my name is Olive Branch, and
That's
I am
a
with.
really good name.
I am with.
Wait, is it Olive or is it Olive?
It's olive, like the fruit.
That's your first name?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Olive Branch. That's what I said, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, are you unsure? Should I call the cops?
I mean, you did just let me in your house randomly. Like,
I trust people. I'm a very write that down. I'm very trusting and handsome. Make sure you get the handsome part. Okay, perfect.
Okay, Mr. Scrummelbum.
Yep,
So,
Donald Scrummelbum.
Mr. So,
That's
listen, my least favorite president was named Donald. It's nothing against you. It's just you. So I
will have you know I'm his great grandson.
Then why aren't you Trump?
Because
I'm learning a lot about you today. So why don't you have the last name Trump?
well, let's think this through. Maybe his daughter married a man with the last name Scrumblebum and eventually it became me.
I mean, it'd be safe to assume that because he has sons, you could have been one of theirs.
Maybe his daughter is the one that he threw in the dumpster. Don't ask questions that you don't want the answers to. Go on with your interview.
Ignorant.
Worst breakfast ever.
Okay, so I am interviewing you today for the short film that you did in Russia, where
Supposed to only be Norwegian.
you had a vape pen and you got arrested. Was that a short film or a commercial? I'm confused these days.
That was a commercial.
Oh,
Yeah. I've only done one commercial in Russia. And yes, I did have a vape pen and I got arrested. That was not even supposed to be for the product, by the way.
oh, they just added that in the commercial?
It just happened. They only had me for the day and they just put it in there. Do you even know what the product was?
No.
It was chocolate candy for squirrels. You're
You
supposed
know
to put
that
it in a
squirrels
squirrel
are
feeder.
allergic to chocolate?
It's so you can kill them, but you put them in a squirrel feeder. Yeah, well, they don't care in Russia. They're best friends with bears. Do you think they want squirrels hanging out? They're natural enemies.
Makes sense.
You didn't
why
do any
it's named-
research.
I didn't. I
All
gotta
right.
say here.
Next question.
Listen, I'm brand new to this job.
Oh, I can tell.
Is it evident?
Yeah.
It's evident that you're not an A-list actor,
I am an A-list actor.
and that it's evident that you are new at this as well.
No, this is not my first interview. Probably won't be my last interview today. So, you know.
Okay, we're gonna get to my real questions.
Oh, those weren't the real ones. Oh, okay, good.
That was just me trying to figure out if you were who you say you are, Mr. Scrummelbum.
I
So,
don't appreciate the pause in between my last.
so are you in a relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. Just curious if I'm.
How long?
How long?
Yes.
One for 5 years, one for 2 months, and one for 3 weeks.
How long is your current one?
One for 5 years, one for 2 months, one for 3 weeks.
3.
All of them are named Mary, by the way. That way, if I accidentally say the wrong name, it's still the right name.
To add a fourth.
Yes.
What is your favorite breakfast? Sir, what's your favorite breakfast?
Usually I just breathe in.
Eggplant?
No, normally I just breathe in the air of the morning and I suck the dew off of grass leaves. That's what Matthew McConaughey does.
Not eggplant, just plant
Correct.
/ photosynthesis.
Correct. Yes.
So listen, Mr. Scrumblebum, I am not really a journalist.
Gosh dang it.
I am here because I'm looking for a new partner.
Oh, I thought you were with Dateline. Cool.
No, this is for me.
All right, is there a camera?
Ever since
What is that? The secret signal? Are there snipers?
that was a cue for me to be saved from this conversation, but it did not work. So, I saw you in that commercial in Russia where you got arrested.
Correct. Yeah.
And if you remember, they stripped you naked.
Well, I was already halfway there, but yeah.
And then Mr. Putin added you to his lineup of bears that he just makes love to on a regular basis.
That's why they call him Mr. Put In. Because he puts it in from behind.
Do you have room for a number 4? It's a yes or no question, Mr. Scrub Butt.
Wait, what did you want me to be your partner in?
That sweet, sweet love.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, let's do it. It only really works if your name is Mary, though. And your name's Olive Branch, which, again, great name.
Social services? No, that's wrong. Government that changes people's names. How do you want to name Jason? Mary? Last name had a little lamb.
I thought you were answering the phone. I thought maybe you worked for social services on the side and were just presenting this information to me now. All right, so now your name is Mary Had a Little Lamb?
Yeah.
That's
Does
a
that work
horrible
for you?
name.
Does that work for you?
No. I really wish your name was Mary.
All right, folks, welcome to Dateline, where the test is behind the cabinets. No longer like him. This has been a train wreck. This is so bad.
Pull up.
I need pre-screened questions.
When I said Dateline, I totally meant that To Catch a Predator.
Dateline is just news.
No, I was talking about what's the one not To Catch a Predator? What is it?
What are you trying to say?
No, the one with the guys who want to touch kids. Yeah, that's what I meant.
You just said it wasn't.
Well, that's what I meant.
Why did we have to go to pedophilia?
Because it's funny. All right, guys. That was this episode of Danger Toast. Hopefully you...
Cut that part out.
No, we don't. Hopefully you enjoyed all the pedophilic humor. That part might get cut out.
Social services. Wow.
That's why I thought you were calling social services. Oh. Okay.
I'm sweating.
I know it's real intimidating to interview me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was easier when I was Karen.
Yeah.
When I was Joseph.
Bob Walsh. All right.
Olive Branch.
You named yourself Olive Branch. What kind of name is Olive Branch? Did you look down at the color of your jacket and you're like, olive
No, that's the
color?
first thing I pictured in my brain. All right, well, that was our failed attempt at a second improv.
I think it was funny.
I couldn't think of any questions. We also didn't talk about what we were doing.
Well, you know what? Next time we'll
I was the interviewer interviewing a stuck-up actor. And he
Listen.
wasn't very stuck up. He was actually very accommodating
Well,
and friendly.
It's true. I let you walk in to my back door. Just trance right in through my back door.
She said.
That is what she said. That's why she was so friendly. Anyways. So thank you guys for tuning into this episode of Danger Toast. This is going to be a shorter one, hopefully a funnier one.
How to Catch a Predator.
What? What'd you say?
How to Catch a Predator.
Oh, I really thought you said the kids are brown again. I thought maybe we moved into Albert Fish territory. But anyways, so
Cosby.
until next time,
Stay dangerous, folks.
stay toasty, my friends. Bye.